08 kit. Just changing the kit can really breathe some life into your drum patterns. And get this, you can actually make up your own drum kits in really, really creative ways. This is a little Roland V drum kit, and believe it or not, I'm going to suck some of these sounds out of here and import them into my own drum kit. And we do that very easily just by recording onto a single track. Here we go. It's best to record in time with a metronome for reasons that I'll explain in a moment. Okay, the sounds are recorded onto this track. And I'm going to cut up this track and assign each of these sounds to a pad. Press Utility and across to Tone and Enter. Now, we can place drum sounds into a kit from a few different places, either from a track, from a card if you've imported some WAV or AFF files in through USB. We'll look at that later in the USB section. Or you can copy a sound from another kit. Let's start with the first selection here, track. Press Enter and we'll select the very first track that we recorded the V drums onto. Okay, now it's our job to define the beginning and the end of our particular sound that we want to lift from this track. This would be a little difficult if we had not recorded the sounds right on the beat. This makes it a lot easier. If you remember, I recorded that in time with a metronome. So I know that at the beginning of the second measure, that's when I hit my kick drum. And if you hit play, you can hear that looping around. Now, if you are not getting every part of that kick drum, you can actually get down here and define that within frames. And you can see now my definition of the beginning of this kick drum is too late. We're missing the initial attack. And if you do it too early, then there'll be a lag between when you hit the pad and the actual sound will go there. So therefore, what I would do is normally go into frames and back off until you hear the exact spike at the beginning there. That's where it drops off. So in fact, I hit that right at the beginning of there. Then you can go ahead and move to the right and you can define where the end of this will be. Too short. You don't want to be too long. That's a little too short. That's probably good right about there. Cursor to the right, and then we can load that into any of the 5 drum kits within each song. Press Enter here, we'll drop it in the first one, then you can decide which pad you want to put it on. Kick's fine, press Enter. We could do this same process again for the snare and the hi-hat, and then we'd be able to play all of these sounds right from the front panel drum pads. Let's set them up quickly. Select track again, our first track, and we'll forward to our snare drum, which I think started on this beat. Voila! We have all of those drum sounds that were once in my V drum kit right here on the front panel that could be played back by any of the patterns that are built in or the ones we record ourselves. Now, you might be thinking, well, great, I don't have a set of V drums at my place, but hey, there are a ton of CDs out there with drum sounds on them. Just play them in and assign them to a song kit, and you could have as many drum sounds as you want. You could do vocal percussion if you're a beatboxer. I mean, there's really no limitations here. Get creative. And if you want to supplement your own sounds with others that live in other kits, then we can go through a similar process. Press Utility